Part 2, Maxim Grunin. Um, let's take a look at how I continue and finish working on this painting. Although, for me, I tend to go back when in a month or two, when maybe in a couple of months, when I have more than one pieces from this series done. I'm gonna have them all out and look at them, and then something might pop into my view that I need to change it. I want to revise this area. So little tweaks are happening. I revise my work quite often, a little bit. uh this piece, I'm going through a process of discovering, I'm like liking a lot of the things about it, and then I come in next session and I am dissatisfied. I am wanting to experiment and change things around. Just so you guys are aware, it takes me at least an hour to warm up and to get into the work. So let's say I'm painting a extended piece that takes more than 20 hours and several sittings. Each time I come in and start working, I would warm up for roughly an hour, just trying to paint somewhere in the background, in the secondary areas where it wouldn't be too visible if I made a mistake. So and then better quality and more tuned up action. I get more into it, more tuned up, and then better results, more impressive, satisfying results that I'm enjoying, and then come forward. So I really learned over the years to be patient and go slow, patient with myself. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not liking this area. It's going to take me a while to repaint it, and how am I gonna solve it? Well, just get into it and see you if I'm going to, and before I know it, in an hour or so, I am going through things and getting good results, or what I think are good results. So this piece is evolving and changing quite a bit. Much brighter mid-tone colors are coming in. A brighter orange, brighter, more, what is brighter? Yellow, white, more saturated or saturate colors are used to be placed in the area that is hit by the sunshine within the landscape. Let's say, where is the sun light source in this piece? The sun is shining from top left and hitting the tree trunks or the canopy of the leaves or the land from top right. So every single object, everything en masse, en as a mass, needs to get touched, painted a little bit with those more saturated, brighter, mm, more visible colors. Rich and colorful areas are visible when the light hits them, and they are supported by a more muted, darker shadows. Oftentimes, sunlight is warmer than the shadow. In temperature in painting, temperature in color, warmer, cooler, and the use of complementaries is really important. There's really a lot going on. I I'm coming up with this, like I'm getting into smaller areas with a brush, and then I'm spreading the paint and forming the shapes of the strokes with a palette knife after that. And so that the palette knife is a much broader tool than brushes are, and I can kind of wedge, kind of tuck a little paint, drop of paint here and there, and then with the palette knife I can and just barely scrape over it, and it will be in the right place, hopefully. um I am putting a lot of thought into each individual object, and I'm wanting to give things diverse, expressive look. So the shapes, I'm looking for interesting shapes. And here is my attempt at detailing some of the broader spots on several areas. So I'm introducing like impressions of leaves or impressions of tree bark, somehow trying to express the quality of the objects that I'm portraying. I'm choosing maybe different types of brushstrokes and marks to be placed where the leaves are, and a different type where a tree trunk is, or the sky is a lot broader, smoother, not many little brush marks are found there. I'm going to attempt to build up dark, mid-tone, and light areas on everything, and see pretty much what the outcome is going to be, and see if I am going to be able to spot areas that are forming well, that I'm liking, and then that's called index. That's a key to stylistically to use on other areas. And so while I'm working, I am keenly waiting to land a good set of brushstrokes, a good set of colors and shadow and light and the movement. And then when I see little areas like that in the painting where I landed well, then I save them and treat them as a key or index for executing the rest of the painting. And this is not something I came up with. All of the things that I'm talking about or that you see me use uh, are all learned things that I wouldn't know maybe if I went off producing, educating myself to do this. I don't know where I would end up. I don't have the smarts or the genius or the ability to invent painting, to be an amateur painting and invent it for myself. No, I went to school, worked in that field as an art educator. So this visual language, the expressive art, painting, is it's all for me. It's all learned, and here we go. The finishing touches are applied. Really thick, colorful brush strokes, and there it is. And I am putting the final touches on it, and there, there we have it. It's getting done. Doop 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 doop. I'm gonna get a lunch and coffee. Just kidding. You get whatever you want, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Cheers. There's some details and close up look. There's a lot of good areas in this piece. And the truth is, I almost never like my own work. I just like making it. Yeah, I guess people tell me if they like it, and then I'll learn.